Hi guys, today I'm doing another movie favorites, movie recommendations, that kind of video. I think this is my third one actually. Some of these are on Netflix, some aren't. I will like try to tell you which are, which aren't, or I'll link it below, something like that. But you guys always seem to really like these, and I'm a huge movie TV person. Oops. Oops. I'm a huge movie and TV person, so I feel like I know a lot about movies. I've seen a ton of movies, probably too many. If you want to see any of my other videos, movies, TV shows, anything along those lines, I'll link it all below, so make sure you check out the description box. My expectation for a movie is that I should be able to watch it from beginning to end without thinking about, oh my god, when is this gonna be over? Oh my god, this movie is so long. Oh my god, I hate this movie. You know, I should be able to watch it from beginning to end and be interested in the movie. And a lot of these are movies that I would watch more than once. That's kind of like, you know, where I'm at with them. I hope you enjoy. Let's get started. Okay, so one of the movies I want to recommend is very odd, and I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but that's 2012. I feel like it got really bad reviews, but it's kind of like an end of the world type movie. Like the world is ending because we treat it so badly, pretty much. It's very what you would expect it to be. You know, certain people are being saved because they have money to get on a ship that will, you know, prevent them from dying, and these people are trying to get to that ship before the world ends, and like there's meteors and floods and, you know, horrible snowstorms and stuff. And I think movies like that are super important, even when they're kind of dumb and corny. But regardless of that, I think that they're important for everyone to watch, because what shocks me is that the movies like 2012 and a couple other movies I'm putting on this list have come out so long ago, and yet things like that are still happening. Like, we're still treating this planet horribly, knowing that any day now it could just start falling apart like in these movies. I'd recommend that one, and if you're also into that kind of thing, then The Day After Tomorrow is so good. And it has Emmy Rossum in it and Dennis Quaid, I believe, and it's kind of on those like along those same lines as like the world just kind of ending from like horrible storms, and there's certain people who are trying to survive it. It's based off of reality. It's based off of things that are actually happening. The fact that these movies came out so long ago, and in these movies there's like the president and people telling the president, listen, if you could listen to me years ago when I told you we have to stop doing this and we have to be more energy efficient in things, you know, maybe this wouldn't be happening. And yet it's still happening. So it just kind of like bothers me, like in regards to real life. But I do find the movies to be super interesting. They're both movies that I've watched relatively recently and really enjoyed and wanted to throw out there. Another kind of movie that's like a comedy horror is Eight-Legged Freaks, and I remember seeing this so long ago. I think it's David Arquette. I think that's who, right? Is that his name? I can't remember, I might be wrong. But I think Scarlett Johansson is in it, but way younger. But it's pretty much just like mutant spiders take over a town, and it's super weird and funny and fake. I think as a kid I was like scared of it, but now it's just like actually so funny. These giant spiders just trying to attack everyone in this town. It's like super weird, and I think it's a very good like date movie. Dating someone new, like you don't want to watch a romance or a romantic comedy, like you don't want to watch like a really scary movie either. It's like a nice in-between kind of movie. Oh, Wolf of Wallstreet. I don't think I put this in any of my other videos, which is shocking. It's definitely not everyone's cup of tea. There's definitely a ton of cursing, which isn't normally my kind of thing for movies, but Leonardo DiCaprio's acting, as always, is just so on point. I laughed hysterically at that movie. Those kind of movies normally, like if they had done that with any other actor, I don't think it would be as strong. I think that it would have fallen flat and it would have been boring, and they did such a good job with him in that movie. And it's a very, very long movie, and I'm not really interested in stuff like that, what the movie's about and like how it's based on a true story. It's about finances and financial Wall Street things, and I know nothing about that, but because of his acting, you relate to it and you get it, and it's fun and it's like enjoyable. I definitely think it's like a good, like if you want to take the night off and relax and watch a really interesting movie with really good actors, watch that one. And this one, did I put it in another video? I don't remember, but Oz the Great and Powerful, I love that. From the first time I saw it to now, the acting is amazing with Mila Kunis. Of course, Mila Kunis is amazing. It's so good. I just think that movie is adorable. I think it's great for kids, but also great for adults. It's definitely the kind of movie I would enjoy and watch over and over again. And I actually have like the eyeshadow palette from Urban Decay based off of it. But it's like, if you want like magical movie, or you just really like Disney movies, give that one a shot if you haven't watched it, because it's super, super good. And then Deadpool, that's a more newer one kind of, right? You know, it came out like 2 years ago. But Deadpool is so good. I'm not a huge fan of Ryan Reynolds, to be honest. Like, I like him, but there's like something about him that I don't always like. It's very, every other movie I see him in, I either like him or I don't, and I think that that's saying a lot though, because there's some actors I hate. Like, I literally can't even watch anything with them in it. He's such a good actor, but it's odd. Like, I'm not really sure. If you know what I mean, then let me know. Deadpool is super good because it's like it's along the lines of like an Ant-Man kind of, you know, superhero thing, but it's less corny and it's more intense and real and hilarious. I mean, I think that movie is so good. I was actually really impressed with it. Entourage is a movie I didn't watch until very recently. I never watched the show, but I think that it is the type of movie you could watch without watching the show easily. Like, I understood everything that was going on without ever seeing the show. It's good. I like the main character. I like a lot of the actors. It's kind of like a very guy-friendly movie. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Like, I watched it and came out of it thinking, huh, wow, that was a pretty good movie. You know what I mean? This one, I'm surprised I didn't put in another movie video. I might have. I don't know, but rewatch those. If I have like a couple overlaps, I'm sorry. But The Princess Bride, that is one of my all-time favorite movies. As a kid, it was probably my favorite movie. If you've never seen The Princess Bride, then what are you waiting for? It's kind of like the whole Forrest Gump and the Mrs. Doubtfire. Watch these movies, guys. I'm pretty sure it is on Netflix as of right now. If you like Disney movies or princess movies, you'll love it. It's just so good. There's like everything you ever want in it, and it's funny and it's weird and it's just so good. Definitely watch that. And then Holes is a really good movie. I think that anyone would enjoy it, kids, grown-ups, anything. It has its like more sad, intense bits, but it's funny. I think it's a very unique movie. There's no other movie like Holes, in my opinion. Oh, and of course Shia LaBeouf is in it, so there you go. Saint Vincent, that is such a good movie. Oh my god, I can't even with that. Melissa McCarthy's in it. The little boy who's in it is a really good actor, and of course Bill Murray, who's amazing. I feel like there are other movies like it, kind of like an old grumpy old man like meets this kid and they start hanging out and like there's a nice bond there. Like, that's kind of the whole idea. But it's heartwarming and it's touching and it's kind of sad, but it's still like heartwarming. Scooby-Doo movies, I watched them both recently though. Scooby-Doo 1 and Scooby-Doo 2. They're really good. Like, I know it's kind of corny, but I love Sarah Michelle Gellar, Freddie Prinze Jr., the actors in those movies. They're just really funny and kid-friendly, but also kind of spooky, but like not spooky. Maybe because I watched them as a kid, like it just brings back a lot of memories. America's Sweethearts with Catherine Zeta-Jones, that's who it is, and Julia Roberts. Wow, I almost forgot Julia Roberts' name. And it's really good. It's like about a movie star woman and her husband who are getting a divorce, and her sister is her assistant, and that whole dynamic of her and her sister and her ex-husband, and it's kind of odd. It's very 90s romantic comedy. I think it came out in the early 2000s, but you know what I mean. And then Beyond the Lights is such a good movie. I don't know if I mentioned this on YouTube before, but Beyond the Lights is so good. Minnie Driver is in it, and it's about a young girl. She's not young, probably in her 20s, who is trying to be a singer, and her mother is her manager, and she's trying to get her to be famous in any way that she can, but the girl doesn't want to, kind of like, she's depressed and she doesn't want to be the star that her mother wants her to be. So she meets this guy and he sees her for who she really is, and he takes care of her and he's really good for her. It's kind of about her growth and her path and her relationship with this guy and with her mother. And it's a beautiful movie. It's really touching. I really recommend watching it. It's such a good watch, and if you're looking for something, you won't regret that one. That is my last one on this list. So I hope you enjoyed my third movie recommendations video. Make sure to check out the other ones down below if you haven't already seen those, and all my other movie type videos. Keep hitting my elbow on that. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to see more videos from me in the future, and I will see you next time.